Hello and welcome to the final part of this series. And in this video, I'm not going to be covering any setup, but just briefly going to walk through a few things. So I went ahead and I've set up the remaining parts of the web app. And the reason why I decided not to create any tutorials on this is because it's a repetition of what we have already previously covered. So I'm currently on the manage users right now. And we're currently on the request. So let me just show you the request that we've built out for this page. We have our edit user and then we have our get users. So the edit user is for this functionality right here for the event where you may find yourself having to edit the user details. And for the get users is essentially when the page loads up, we initially want to populate this with the current users that we have on our dashboard. We also run this request when we edit this. So let's say this second record here, I want to change the name to my name here. And instead of editor, I want to change this to viewer. So as soon as I hit save changes, you'll notice that this gets updated across. There we go. So it has been updated. Perfect. Um, so yeah, and then for the on, over here, we also have the functionality of add user. Now you might be wondering, why don't we have the add user here? And that is because the add user functionality is already covered in the bookings. So you'll notice that we're actually utilizing the same request that is, of course, located in a different folder. So yeah, the add user is using the same exact components that we have and the same exact attributes, which is why we did not have to set this up um, separately for this page. So before I proceed, let me just quickly show you the requests that we have over on Xano. I believe that we've already covered these. So yeah, this is the one that we're using for Xano to edit the user request. So edit details. So yeah, we've already covered this on a previous episode. So I'm just going to go back to another one. And then we're using this get users. Again, this is something that has been previously covered on our other episode. So let's jump over onto Wized here and head into our actions. Now in the actions, I've already labeled all the actions which is nested inside our dashboard manage users folder. Over here, I've numbered all the actions that we're using. And if you open up modal, you'll find two more modals here, one for add user and then the other for edit user. So yeah, that's that for the manage users. I've also went ahead and I have prepped up the page, which is the make a reservation page as well. So it's this reservation page, which is mainly intended for our customers to be able to book in. Again, this setup is quite straightforward as well. Let me just head over to the request folder here and check. So we are using only one request here, which is make a reservation. And this is a post request to our bookings. And obviously by now you already know that we have hooked all this up with our inputs. So let me just show you that real quick. So basically, let me check the Xano side of things. Bookings, we have a post. So yeah, this is the one over here. So again, this is something that I've previously covered on our earlier video, so I'm not going to run through this again, but we're utilizing this same exact post request for making a reservation for our customers as well. All right, now let's test this out real quick. So just like any other forms that we've worked on previously, if you try submitting this form, obviously we also have the validation set into place. So let's try setting everything up here and see what that looks like. This is a dummy. All right, let's submit this form. All right, perfect. We have received your booking and we'll get in touch with you shortly. So the form works as expected. Let's check out our request real quick here. Our actions. And we only have 3 actions. So the first action being our make a reservation action. Obviously, we have our custom code to make sure that we are checking everything in the form before we make the submission. And then we have our make a reservation for success and error. And third is the set visibility to loader. We have a loader here inside the button that can only be seen when the request is requesting. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the entire app. Hopefully that wasn't too hard. And yeah, if you have any questions regarding anything on this build, please leave them on the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as possible.